Hey guys, Lao Wai Jockey here. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, it is another Barcode Taisen Bardigun video. This one isn't an event video, it's a training video. I'm going to show you how I train the Baroids. So we're going to use our friend Oshisshī here that we got during the New Year's event. Pretty cool Baroid, very powerful Baroid, I think. So let's just get right into it. So I'm in a screen called the data screen, and I won't show you in this video how I got into it. I'll do that in a future video. I hope to do that. I want to do sort of a whole layout of this game. But for now, when it comes to training, I want to show you the statistics and the information, the attributes, and its abilities. And this window is the best way to do it. So let's get cracking on that. So first of all, at the upper top, you are going to see a happy face, a very, very happy face. That is important, with the word OK as well. That tells me that the Baroid is very, very, very happy, and there's no problems with the Baroid. So that is important. Now, to the right is the name of Oshisshī and the different abilities it has. One of them, I believe, is Mega Punch, I think, one of them. And I-Beam is the other. Oops. Post-editing Lao Wai Jockey here. Actually, its attacks are I-Beam and Claw. Now back to the video. It is, though. And the other one, of course, is the I-Beam. We've seen that in action in previous videos. Now, below that, of course, again, is the name Oshisshī. It's level 3. It's weakness, and it's basically what it's strong against, and it's not weak to anything, and it doesn't have like a resistance to anything. So there's that. Now, below that, of course, there are 4 sets of numbers, and that's what the focus will be today for the video. Those 4 sets of numbers, the first one on that is known as Chikara, and that's the 63/100 number, and that's strength, and that relates to the attack power of the Baroid, the physical strength, obviously. And to the right of that, the 42/73, that is known as the Atama, or the intelligence, and that relates to the magic effectiveness, whether it being a transform or whether it being a physical or, a magic attack. So that's that statistic, that stat. Below that, those 2 stats, the one to the left, the 34/82, that is Jabu, or toughness. That relates to its defense, how much damage it can take from the opponents. So the higher that is, the more damage it can take, obviously. And to the right of that is Hasaya, which is speed. And that relates to the order of attacks. So can it be the first Baroid to attack in a battle? And that's very important because that could determine the loss of the battle, right? And the win of the battle. Okay. Now, below that is the hit points, the 207/240. And to the right of that is the E, which is the experience points, in this case 1890. And you'll be spending those when you are training. So you get them when you are in battles, and you win them, of course, and you spend them to do the training. And speaking of training, let's get to the farm, which is where we're going to be doing all this training. Okay, here we are. This is it. This is the farm. This is where we're going to do all the training. There are 6 menu items, but we're only going to use 4 of them. And the 2 here, the one that the current cursor is on, that's the office. That takes you into all the saving and stuff. And, and the data and moving Baroids from team to farm. And the one beside that, that is where you can create Baroids using barcodes. And I'll show that stuff, hopefully, in a future video. But we want to focus on this, this, and this. All right, so let's just get right into this one. This one is the dojo. So, like with all the other training, you have to select the Baroid. In this case, we're going to select Oshisshī. And now, in this particular case, keep an eye on that happy face, because that might not turn, or it might turn into a different face, which if it does, we're going to have to fix that. So the dojo, this is where you build the strength of your Barroid. And the strength goes up, and its mood, which is that happy face, might go down. So now to do this, you have to button mash the A button. Now, I could do that, but it makes my thumb sore. So what I do is I actually have a special Super Famicom controller called the Super Joy Card. And it has a turbo setting. So it allows me to just push and hold the A. And yeah, so let me show you that right now. So what I just did is, of course, in the dojo, you spar with your Barroid. Now, when you spar and you win, your Barroid sometimes doesn't like that and will change its mood. So we're going to have to take a look at that. Now, we only got 2 points for that as well. And I think it's random. I don't think if I were to do it faster or slower, I don't think that really matters. I think it's random. And I noticed that with a couple of the other sort of mini games for the training, and you'll see some of those in a bit. So let's accept this 2 points. Now we're lucky; he's still happy. That's good. Okay, excellent. He's happy because that's probably going to change, especially at the end of this the training, and I'll show you why in a bit. So let's move on to the one below that. Now, this training part is known as, well, it is actually training. And this is the one that you build its stamina, its toughness. It's a job, basically. And I'm not too sure why it has this kind of animation. It's very similar to the dojo, where you have to button mash the A button. And there's a series of images, various things that you character in the game and your Barroid do, and all the while there's like a signal bar at the top or a level bar, and you want to try to keep that to the left as much as possible. So let's just get right into that. All right. So again, we got to select our Barroid. Here he is, and so push the A button and watch the little animation. So as you can see, it's going through various things like tornado. It looks like cold and hot, electric. Yeah, it's building its toughness. I guess it's physical strength, toughness. Yeah, so it was good. We got 2 points out of that. And again, I think it's random. I don't think the speed of pushing the A button would matter, because sometimes I, do the turbo and I'll get a 1. Sometimes I get a 3. So, I don't think it matters. Now, the next one I want to show you, not that one. That one I'm going to do last. I'm going to show you this. This is Marathon. Now, Marathon is used to build up the speed. So if it's going to be the first Barroid to attack in a in an event, right? So basically, it is a marathon, and this one I don't need a button mash, but I do need to time it. Well, I'll show you here. So we first again select our Barroid. So here's the Barroid. So we push the A button to start him running, and then we push it again when your Barroid's at the finish line, and by that time calculation it determines the points. But again, I think it's more of a random thing. I don't think there's anything related to it, but you definitely need to get that A as close as you can to the finish line. So I'll show you. So here's your Barroid. Again, it's not the actual, it's just an icon that represents your Barroid running across. And as it gets closer to the finish line, we have to hit A again. So, oh, I don't know. Do we get it? Ah, we didn't get it. Okay. All right. Okay, so, all right. Let's try that again. And as you can see, our Baroid is not happy. Or it is happy. It's complacent. We'll fix that in a moment. I'll show you how that happens, how we can fix that. And yeah, we did not too bad. We got 2 points out of that. Excellent. Okay. Let's move out of that screen. So now we have a situation here. Oops. Where our Baroid, as you can see, our other ones are very, very happy, but he's not because he kind of lost, right? So let's fix that. So how do we fix that? Well, the easiest way to do it is to go back to the dojo, but instead we let him win. So here we go. So we push the A button, and we sit back and watch your Baroid win. So, and this should do it. Depending on why it's not happy. Let's see, did that fix it? Yep, now he's happy again, as you can see. His mood has changed. But his mood is not going to be so happy in a few moments here. Because we got to go to the library. Now, the library is for magic. And how the library works is you have a series of books. And here they are, all these books here. The lower ones are the comic books, right? The manga books. And we're not going to have him look at those. We want to try to max out your Baroid's magic skills. So I'm going to select the top 3 books. Now, these are on the top shelf, and the top shelf are the toughest books. And your Baroid's probably not going to like that. So the advantage is you'll get 3 points for your magic, but you'll have a not-so-happy Baroid. So let's do that. Okay. And the Baroid's going to study away. And you'll hear the audio of it not being happy. Yeah, so that sound there. Yeah, you got 3 points, but your Baroid's not happy. And I'll show you. He's not happy. Well, he is happy, but you want to have your Baroid like that kind of happiness, right? That's what you want. So in order to fix it, again, we have to let the Baroid win. This is the easiest way to do it. There's other ways to do it. You can give it food it likes, and you can let it read comic books. But the food it likes way is random. You don't know the food it will like. And the comic book one takes away from the times that you can use the training facilities, right? So this is the easiest way to do it. So let's have him win again. And that should make him very, very happy. I hope. Okay, so I lost, but he should be very happy now. And no, he's not. But I already kind of knew that. When you take your Baroid to the library, it could take anywhere from 2 to 8 times of you losing a sparring match in order for your Baroid to be happy again. So we'll do it again one more time, but I don't think he's going to be very, very happy again. There you go. And you want to make sure, just let them win, right? So yeah, this is quite time consuming. But it's really the only way to get the maximum magic statistics. And he's still not happy. So how many times will it take? Well, what I'll do is, at this point in time, I will edit out the video, and I'll let you know how many times it took. All right, this was attempt 5. Let's see if the Baroid is finally happy. And there you go. So it took 5 attempts, although I didn't want you to be bored watching that. It's unfortunately a bit tedious, but it's the best way to get the maximum magic points that you can for your Baroid. And that's it. So yeah, next I'll just save. And I'll continue training my Baroids off camera. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, the training video. Next one will probably be an event video, if it's not a horse racing one. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.